Next we are going to go into a new topic, the finites and non-finite verb. Okay, this always is very important for your further classes, and you have to understand it properly, otherwise people always get very confused. Okay, finites and non-finites. Okay, finites and non-finites altogether, they are of 24 anomalous finites. Okay, 24 anomalous finites, okay, out of which the primary we are just going to see finites first. Okay, the primary verbs are the be forms of verbs, that is, was, am, are, were. Okay, and the have form of verbs, has, have and had, and the do form of verb, do, did, do, does and did. Let's count now how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So altogether the primary finites are 11. Okay, and let's see the next division. The next is auxiliaries. And they are shall, should, will, would, may, might, must, can, could. How many are there altogether? 9. Okay, these are 11 and these are 9. And quasi-modal. These are modal auxiliaries, and quasi-modal or semi-modal. Semi or quasi-modal, we have 4. What is? Dare, need, used to, ought to. That is, altogether these are 4. Now count 11 plus 9 plus 4. How many does it make? 24. These 24 are called anomalous finites. Okay, anomalous finites. Okay, these are the finite verbs. Now if you know what these finite verbs are, next we are going to move on to the non-finites. These are the basic verbs, okay, and we are going to move on to the non-finites, okay, or infinitives. Now if you see, these are the main verbs and these are the modal auxiliaries. Modal auxiliaries are the helping words, like we can say shall plus another verb, okay, this will help the main verb, okay, whereas this will be she is sleeping, okay, she is sleeping, or she is a teacher. So is the main verb, but here she shall do this, so it will help the main verb. And dare, need, used to, ought to are semi-modal. It does half the work of a modal auxiliary. She used to visit my house very often. You ought to obey your elders. My teacher said that I need to finish my work on time. Or how dare you speak so rudely in front of your elders. So all these are semi-modals. Now let us see what finites or what non-finites are. Okay, shall we see? Okay, we just saw the finite verbs and I told you the anomalous finites, how many there are? 24. Now we are going to see the non-finite verbs, okay. Non-finite verbs only you have in your syllabus, mainly focused on non-finites. Okay, what is a non-finite verb? That is a verb which is not determined by any time limit, is called a non-finite. Okay, it is infinite. It does not have any time constraint. That is why it is called a non-finite. Okay, now we will just see there are three groups of non-finites. Okay. There are three groups of non-finites. They are one, the infinitives. Okay, the infinitives. Second one is a gerund. And the third one is the participle. Under this participle, you have present participle and past participle. Okay. So, there are three groups of non-finites and they are the infinitives, the gerunds and the participles. And in participles we have both the present and the past. Okay, now we will see one by one how they are formed, and then you will know for sure how to differentiate the participles. Okay. Okay, now first I would like to say the infinitive, that is here the first one, the infinitive, it talks about how, like a verb with a to, mainly with a to speak, to, like see now mostly the verbs can be put into different tenses, isn't it? Like if you take finite verb speak. You can change it into different kinds of tenses. She speaks, he spoke, different according to the tenses you can change it. But the infinitives like to speak will be whether it is past or present or future, it is going to be the same throughout. Okay. It will not change according to the mood or tense or anything. It is not bound by any time constraint. It is just without any time constraint. To speak means to speak. To listen means to listen. To talk is to talk. Okay. It does not change according to the time and tense. Okay. That is infinitive. Gerund is an ing verb. Ing verb, that is sleeping, swimming, talking, all that. Okay. It is a noun plus verb. Gerund is always a noun plus verb. We call it a verbal noun. It is noun plus verb, or a verbal noun we say. A participle is a verb plus adjective. Okay. Verbal noun and verbal adjective. And here these always, the infinitives always take two plus the verb. Okay, is that clear? Now for example, I will give you the first one. They refused to speak on stage. If you see, they refused, this is the main verb. To speak is the non-finite verb, that is the infinitive. Okay. Do you understand? Now next, gerund. Talking, swimming is a good exercise. Now is the main verb. Okay. Now what is a good exercise? Swimming. Here gerund ing word, this is always an ing word. Okay. Ing, that is verb plus ing. Verb plus ing. Swim, swimming. But here this is the main verb and this is a gerund. Okay. Swimming is a good exercise. What is a good exercise? Swimming. So here it is acting as a subject. Okay. This gerund is acting as a subject. Same way every day she goes for swimming. What does she go for? Swimming. There it comes as the object. So it can come as a subject as well as an object. Okay. Now participle. Participle, both it is a verbal adjective. Now it can be the present participle or the past participle. We can just say it is an adjective. So I can use it as, okay. Even ing verbs can be used as a participle, present participle. Talking parrots are very rare. Okay. Now talking parrots are very rare. Are is the main verb. Okay, the finite verb. Talking parrots. Now it's describing the parrots. It's acting here as a descriptive or qualifying word. So talking parrots are very rare. Here it is a participle. Okay, this is a participle, this is a gerund. In this we have two different participles, and past participle always comes with a this comes with en broken, or you can say ed or d. Okay, all these are the ones which make it into a past participle. This is a verbal adjective, verbal noun. Okay, I will just give you an example of past participle and we will close it. The food was eaten by the mice. Mice is plural of mouse. The food, was is the main verb, eaten is the past participle. Okay, was is a main verb, that is a finite verb, eaten is a past participle. It always ends in en or ed or d. Is that clear? Now I am going to give you some sentences and ask you to find out what sort of non-finites they are. Okay. Okay, now we are going to do a detailed study on infinitives. Okay. I just taught you what the non-finites are, the three types of non-finites, that is the infinitive, gerund and the participle. Now we are going to dwell more on infinitives. Okay. Now I will just read out two sentences and you tell me what infinitives are. I want to go home as early as possible. They try to find fault with us. The forms to go and to find fault are infinitives. Okay. The infinitive is the base of a verb. It is the base of a verb, often preceded by preceded means before, goes before, preceded by to. Okay. Now read the following, I am going to give you examples. To err is human. Second one, birds love to sing. Three, to respect our parents is our duty. Okay. Now you are going to pick out the infinitives here. Many men desire to, or people desire to make money money quickly or in a shortcut method. Children love to play. We should always learn to use the computer. Animals want to be free. And 8, students hate to write tests. Okay. Now I have given you 8 sentences. What is an infinitive? It is a base of a verb often preceded by to. Now based on that you are going to underline the infinitives here. To err is human. So this is an infinitive. Which is the main verb? Is. Birds love to sing. Love is a main verb. To sing is a infinitive. To respect our parents is our duty. Which is our duty? To respect. Okay, is the main verb and to respect is a infinitive. People desire to make money quickly. To make money. Desire is a main verb. Children love to play. Children love what? Love is a main verb. What do they love? They love to play. This is a main verb. We should always learn to use the computer well. Okay, what should we learn to use? The computer. And what should we do? We should always learn. Learn is a main verb. To use is a infinitive. Animals want to be free. Always. They always want to be free. To be. Students hate to write tests. To write. Okay, all these are infinitives. So have you understood now what an infinitive is? But here we have certain exemptions. The word to is frequently used with the infinitive, but it is not an essential part or sign of it, because after certain verbs like bid, let, make, dare, see and hear, we use the infinitives without to. Okay. So shall I give you a list here? I will write down, I will clean the board and I will write here. What are the words which do not take an infinitive? I think I can write it here itself. These words do not take to for infinitive. Okay. Quickly you take down. Bid, bed, let, make, need, dare, see, hear. These words do not take 2. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Shall we use some sentences orally to make? The picture was sent, that is the man over there, he wanted to let him go. Like we do not say to let him go or to make him do or to need or to dare or to see or to hear. Okay, these words alone do not. She was asked to hear. Here this is not an infinitive. She was asked to hear, like to err, to sing. All these go together as an infinitive, but here these words alone are exceptions. They do not take 2. So these are exceptions. Okay, I will read out some sentences for you to understand. Bid him go there. Bid him go there. This bid him, go is a main verb and bid is a infinitive. We do not use to bid him go there. Okay, bid him go there means you can ask him to go there. That's what it means. Okay, next sentence. I bade him go or let him sit there. Make him stand. We do not say to make. Okay. Let him sit there, make him stand. We do not use to here. Then the next one, I made him run. I made him run. We need not go today. We need not go today, not to need. Okay, next one, you dare not do it. I saw him do it. I saw him I too see him or I too saw him, we do not say. I saw him do it. And I heard him cry. Hear, heard. Okay, past tense of hear is heard. So we do not use to before all these words. These are exceptions. So these are all infinitives, but all the other words follow the rule taking 2 to it. But these words alone do not take 2, and these are the infinitives. Are you sure now? They are not bound by any tense or time. Their time limit is finite, that is, it is infinite. Okay? It is infinite and it does not come under time constraint. Okay? We do not say they hated to write. They hate is a present tense. They hated to write or they shall hate to write. Everywhere to write only comes. This verb doesn't change according to the tense. That is why it is called the non-finite or infinitives. Is that clear? Everywhere this verb, that is after to, the verb that we use for the infinitive does not change according to the tenses. That is why they are called the non-finites, and these infinitives always take a 2, often take a 2, but these are the exceptions. Is that clear?